Everybody, thanks as always for tuning in to Multicade Mondays. I'm your host, P Dubs. Hope all of you are doing well on this Monday. I've unfortunately been home most of the day. I've been laying around with this sinus infection. I'm on so much over the counter medicine right now. If I sound funny or if I get all jittery or do anything crazy, it's probably due to all the over the counter medicine that I've been on. Wanted to hop on real quick. We're going to do a quick multicade Mondays. I'm talking 30 minutes or less. Get you guys in and out. I don't know if Michael B's doing a show tonight or not. I usually like to accommodate Michael B if I can. Him and I share a good chunk of the same amount of subscribers and stuff. So I don't, I'll try and just do this in 30 minutes. So hopefully you guys will appreciate the fact that we're going to do a really quick show tonight, mainly cover some headlines, share a couple opinions, as well as give you a couple updates on on a project, multi-K project that we're working on. Let's go ahead and put the live chat on the screen for right now. If you're here, sound off. Let me know you're here while I'm waiting for those messages to pop through. I'm going to grab some photos here of some stuff I want to show you guys. So let me grab this one and let me save it. And let me grab this one and let me save it. And do I have a video? I think I have a video. Let me go ahead and grab this one. Let me save this. Okay. And then I think I need a couple more. I don't know if I need. I don't know if you guys want to see. Do you guys want to see the candy cab on a dolly? Is that would you guys find that funny to see what it looked like? Hang on one second. Papa Brad is here. Andy's game room. Biggie D's arcade. John is here. Always good to see John. John always leaves me some fantastic comments on my videos. Say by Zero is here. The other Joseph is here. Who else is here, guys? Let me know in the live chat. Trickle on in. You guys probably didn't get the push notification because I didn't schedule the show super far in advance like I normally do. Hang on one second. I just got to get a couple pictures transferred over to my PC. You guys might find it funny. No, not this one. This one. All right. All right. Cool. So those are on my PC now. And let me pull them up here. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. What's up, Scotty James? Good to see Scott as always. Love Scott. How's life down in Australia? Just for some topics tonight, guys, we're going to talk about AtGames Legends Pinball. They've given us some video footage. Some teasers went up of the new pinball games. The pinball games will be available on June 30th. So 4 days from now, you can get your hands on 2 more Dr. Seuss pinball games. One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, and Oh, the Places You Will Go. Those will be available for everyone on June 30th. When it comes to so on June 30th, if you guys are excited about that, let me know. Okay, Danny Z is here, Finley's here, JJ, Carl O, Rascal, John, Sightings on 18 Wheels, Jason M, Biggie D, we already said hi to, Soul Red, haven't seen you in a while, man. Let's see here. ALP's a great machine. Yeah, so we're going to talk a real quick about those Dr. Seuss games. I'll give you an update on my candy cab. I got a fun update for you guys as we begin the next series of videos on that Multicade project. I know not many of you out there have these products, and some of you may say, well, why are you making content? None of us can get our hands on them. You guys could get your hands on them if you want to spend the money on them. I'm excited to have one, and I hope by sharing my experience and the things I do with it, if it inspires you to do the same, or if it inspires you not to do the same, then job well done on my end, right? Job well done on my end. As well as I want to touch real quick on the state of that iiRcade, that company that is going out of business, but just can't stay quiet for the life of them. All that kinds of stuff. What's up, Rascal? Good to see you as well. All right, let me get this on screen here. All right, so I'm going to take this off that way. You know what? Let's leave it on. We did a poll on Super Game Room Dudes, and apparently 40% of viewers really like having um the chat on the screen. Do you guys like having the chat on the screen? Let me know. Put those comments in the live chat. I greatly appreciate it. Me, I'm not a big. I don't like having it on for the entire show, but I'll do what we need to. So, date modified. Here we go. All right, so let me show you some fun adventures that I've had. Joseph says no. Papa Brad says no. Sighting says no. I'm getting a bunch of no's. I got 4 no's. Then why did you all vote yes on Super Game Room, dudes? Easier to know where you are in the chat. On screen, we got some yeses here. On screen, not a fan of chat on screen. Not a fan. I've got 8 no's. I've only got 2 yeses. 9 no's. Drop the chat. Let's see more. It's a cool yes. All right, guys, I'm at like 10, 11 no's and about 8 yeses. All right, we're going to take it off for right now while we show these pictures. All right, here we go. Oh, I just pinned a message on the top of the chat. It's not really a poll, it's just a message. We're also broadcasting on Twitch. So if you like the Twitch platform and feel like following me on there, it's very easy to find. YouTube.com. I'm sorry, not YouTube, twitch.com/PWs Arcade Loft, as well as we're broadcasting on Kick. Kick is an up and coming streaming platform service. You're going to see a lot of YouTubers migrating over to Kick or multicasting to Kick. Kick has got a lot of cool new features as well as features in the works that'll make the experience different than YouTube. Like a lot of these things that you have to sign up for memberships on YouTube, like, you know what, become a member of somebody's channel, you get these special emojis and things like that for when you're streaming. A lot of that stuff is included with Kick, right? So, you don't have to spend extra money, which is great from a viewer's point of view, that kind of stuff. So just a heads up there, if you're interested in watching or following me on those platforms, it's kick.com/PWs Arcade Loft or twitch.com PWs Arcade Loft. And of course, I'll always be here on YouTube. YouTube is my home, and YouTube is where we will primarily be. Okay, let's start with my candy cab experience so far. Let's see if we can share some pictures here and hopefully make this a fun experience. So, take a look right here. I picked up this what you call a stair dolly. Take a look right here. So this is a stair dolly. This thing cost me $150 on Amazon. Holy crap! But it's got 3 wheels, and the goal is when you drag it to a step and start to pull it against a step, the wheels start to rotate, and the wheels will go up step by step by step, and you'll be able to get your stuff upstairs. Now, unfortunately, this thing is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. As you can see, this is with the arms fully extended on the dolly, and it didn't even go 2/3 of the way up the arcade machine. But luckily, the handles stick out. I said, odds are I'm probably going to need an appliance dolly moving forward, but I'm just going to roll with this. And of course, I use those. What are these called? These the belt straps. You know what I'm talking about? Ratchet straps. Put the ratchet straps on and all that. And this machine actually weighs about 200 pounds, and it's solid metal. And holy cow, is it heavy! And but anyway, so oh, not there. Let's go back a photo. So sure enough, going up the steps and then going around this corner was the most difficult part. I was able to get it up there, and then I actually had to take it off the dolly. That's right. I had to take it off the dolly, unhook it, reposition it, and drag it all the way upstairs. And now that it's upstairs, it is in the loft, sitting right next to my vertical extension cab from Rec Room Masters. So now I have a 32-inch vertical arcade cabinet. That's the one on the right in this photo. And I have a 32-inch horizontal multicade sitting side by side. Both of these are sit down arcades. And if you guys take a look at the screen, you guys notice something different on the screen. This thing used to have a Pandora's Box 9D in it. That's what it came with when I got it out of the auction house. I hooked up my Pandora's Box 10th anniversary edition. So now that that's hooked up, I've started to test a bunch of games. I played about 20, 25 games today. What I was doing is I was comparing the 10th anniversary versus the 9D box because there's so many games on the 9D that perform like crap. They perform like straight ass on the Pandora's Box. They have all kinds of screen tearing, audio choppiness, whole bunch of issues, right? I played those same games on the 10th anniversary edition, and many, many of those games performed so much better, so much better. However, there's a lot of things they didn't fix, but there's a lot of cool things that they added. So for instance, you guys might I accidentally held the phone in vertical position. The monitor in here is a 16:9 monitor, right? But what's really cool about the Pandora's Box 10th anniversary edition is you can change aspect ratios on the fly. So right there, I flipped it to 4:3 aspect ratio. When the video first started, Sunset Riders was stretched. Look, see, as you can see here, it's stretched, it's filling the screen, and you can play that way and have a great time. But what's so cool about the 10th anniversary edition is you could change the aspect ratios on the fly, right? So now I got Sunset Riders in its proper aspect ratio. And still, even it's a 32-inch screen that now is like what, a 20, 25-inch screen compared to playing on like a 17-inch arcade one up. Does that make sense? So it's really, really cool. So anyway, just so you guys know, we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna have the Pandora's box in there. I need to find out, guys. Let me know in the live chat if you know. Have you guys heard anything about the Pandora's box light guns? One of the main reasons why I got the Pandora's box 10th anniversary edition is there's about, is it 30, 34? It's either 34 or 64, 60 light gun games, right? And if and they're coming out with their own light guns that you're going to use with their box. Um, and if they're a great experience, I might just keep it this way. I might just keep it this way. Um, if they're not a great experience, I'll probably do a console or a PC mod, and that'll be the final take. But either way, for now, we'll do some content showing off the Pandora's Box 10th anniversary edition in this arcade. Let me answer some questions in the live chat. Can you flip the portrait? Not on this candy cab, but what's really cool, JJ, is I got that vertical 32-inch vertical right next to it. So if I want to play games in portrait mode, I just hop over there. That one's got a Raspberry Pi 4 running the Scoonie image. I think you guys have heard me mention that before. If you're ever looking for a fantastic Raspberry Pi vertical image, the Scoonie image is great. The Scoonie image is great. Yeah, as far as I know, the light guns have not been released yet, and I'm super excited because I want to see what kind of technology they're using and how they're all going to work out and all that stuff. They're not going to be sending guns. I have a feeling they're going to work a lot like Gun 4 IR, where you put like the IR sensors around the screen, is what I think I saw in a YouTube video a month or two ago from Team Pandori. So I think that's how they're going to work, but we'll find out. We'll find out. The guns are out. Do me a favor, Jeff Wiltonson. If the guns are out, email me a link to the guns because I was trolling AliExpress today and I couldn't find a link for the guns. So if you got them, send me an email, pdubsarcadeloft@gmail.com. Send me a link so I can get my hands on the guns. Yeah, sensors that go in the corners. That's pretty much what like the Gun for IR stuff does, right? So there you go. Do you think Hogan's Alley or Duck Hunt will be part of it? Well, I mean, the games are already, they should be on my build. The What's funny is the Pandora's Box 9D's got 2,900 games. The Pandora's Box 10th anniversary edition, which is in there now, it's got 5,400 games. Holy cow. But a lot of them too are some duplicate crap that they could have taken out. Like, do I really need 10 versions of Cadillacs and dinosaurs? The English version, the Japanese version, the special bullet version. Like, you know what I mean? Like, one version would have been fine. They could have cleaned a lot of that up. It sounds like they just did a ROM dump, in my opinion. But yeah, if you guys have the link, Jeff, send me an email. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll give you a shout out in the video when we get to that. Okay, so that's what's going on with the candy cap. I still gotta edit and put together this final video for this Dungeons and Dragons cabinet, and I'm gonna try my best to get to it this week, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so far behind on stuff, but what can you do? In the words of Dr. Ian Malcolm, life finds a way. Life will find a way. So yeah, so we get busy. Does that make sense? All right, I'm gonna pull up something fun here. Who's excited about AtGames Legends Pinball? If you are, let me know in the live chat. Let's take a look here. Dinosaurs don't even speak Japanese. There you go. Yeah, so what's interesting about Kick is Kick, I can't change the title when I use Restream. So it probably says I'm playing Warzone because that's what I was doing the last time I was on Kick. But I can change it after the fact. So there you go. No, I'm not gonna get a Taito X4. I got so many boards here, Biggie D, you have no idea. I have so many boards. I have boards, you guys, that we've talked about, like, on a couple other episodes of Multicade Mondays, the BitKit boards. What else do I have? I have, like, 2 versions of the BitKit boards, which I don't think anyone's done a mod and stuck those in an arcade one up yet, so that'll be a fun project to do, or put it in any other DIY cabinet, as well as I got other Pandora's boxes and things. I got stuff all over the place, man. I got stuff all over the place. Uh-oh, my camera got dark on me. Hang on one quick second. I made it angry. I made it angry. What did we do here? Hang on one second. Well, that's weird. What'd you do? Who turned off the lights? All right, let's go here. Let's do 1080p 60. All right, now let's go back and did that get fixed? No, it didn't get fixed. All right, hang on one second. What just happened there? Did my camera just burn out? Oh my God. This is what happens when you have stuff, weird things happen. Let's switch here. Okay. Let's go back. Let's do this. Let's do this. Nope. Still there, huh? That's so weird. Maybe we'll go here. What happened? What happened? My camera on my camera just went nuts on me. Wow, anything can happen when you're live, right? You guys can see me now though, right? You guys can see me here. Let me do this. There we go. Let's go like right about there. Okay, cool. That way you guys can see the cool Indiana Jones Temple of Doom t-shirt. My wife got me this shirt from Kohl's. So if you're looking for a cool t-shirt, go to Kohl's. Okay. So something's going on with this other camera. I'll have to fix it after the broadcast. All right. So let's talk real quick about AtGames Legends Pinball because we are in a time crunch here, guys. So AtGames, I don't know if do you guys subscribe to their YouTube channel? You guys probably should. Let's pull it up here. So AtGames put out on their YouTube channel, they put out this. Let's take a peek.
We have the only GAC in town.
Let me know what you think.
This one has a little car. Say, what a lot of fish there are. We see them come, we see them go. Some are fast, some are slow.
All right, so this is one fish, two fish, red fish, and blue fish. And if you're joining late, let me turn down the volume. This particular game is going to be coming out on June 30th. So if you paid for that Pinball Pack 2, you'll be able to download it on June 30th. If you're an LPO member, Legends Platinum Owner member, you'll get access to it on June 29th. So remember, there were 4 games in Pack 2. They released 2 of them earlier this year because they were ready to go. And the other 2 games are now ready to go. And you're going to get those here on June 30th and June 29th if you're an LPO member. So that's 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Reminds me of the girls I used to date. Very, very funny. All right. And then also they put out a video with a teaser for, the places you'll go. Let's take a look at this one. Let's crank up the volume.
Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away.
Boy, multi-ball.
All right, we're just kind of checking this out together. Make sure you guys let me know what you think. Got this character floating around in a balloon.
Jackpot. Ball is safe. Do not move.
Got a whole bunch of pink and yellow balls in there. Let's take another look at this one. What is nice with these Dr. Seuss tables is I like the ball colors that they've chosen for everything, right? Like we had the green balls with Dr. Seuss, you know, you had like the red and blue ball, Cat in the Hat, right? So that's kind of cool. Here we go. We're going to play it one more time. Check it out. We're going to pause it too because I want to take a look at something. All right, let's take a look here at this table setup. So you know what I noticed on here? We have two flippers. We got flipper here on the bottom like we should. We got a flipper here. And then up here on the upper level, there's only one upper level. We got two flippers, which makes sense up here. So you have a total of 5 flippers on this table. Holy crap, they listened to fan feedback saying, "Hey, come on, Magic Pixel, we don't need 12 flippers on a table." And less is more, right? Less is more. Take a look. This is set up like a lot of pinball tables nowadays, right? Like where you have like 5 flippers. Like this kind of makes sense. I like the way that that's set up. Nice open area around here where you could actually see the activity. You don't have so many upper levels blocking your view of all the cool things on the table and the table artwork. You just got one small upper area here. Nice little watch in the background. Got looks like a playground here and stuff. I don't remember this book. I don't know the story of the places we will go. So I mean, keep in mind too, they always do that. What is it they do? They always have it like go through the story mode and stuff. I got to tell you guys, just by looking at this, I like the layout. That's right. I like the layout. We got a couple of ramps. We got 1, 2, 3 ramps. We got an upper level that's not massive. And we only have 5 flippers. Holy cow. Thank you for listening to feedback at games. We greatly appreciate it. Let's go back to 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, and let's see what this table looked like.
This one.
All right. Now take a look again. They're going with less is more. Now, when it comes to crap all over the table, this one, though, we got a couple of extra flippers. We have 6 flippers total. You got your 2 on the bottom like you should. You got a side flipper here to get up these ramps over here. You got a side flipper here to get up into the target areas up here. But then again, look, you got a small upper deck area with a couple of flippers. You don't have this massive, like all these separate upper deck areas here, and like 2 flippers on each upper deck area. There's not 12 flippers. Holy shit. Thanks for listening to feedback at games. We got 5 flippers on one table, 6 on another. And I like that the tables are more open and you can kind of see everything. This looks interesting here. This looks like you'll be able to trap the ball or stop the ball on the side on the top right. Have to see what these are right here, these targets. Bunch of spot targets at the top. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, there you go. So at games, kudos. Nice to see. We're gonna get some new Dr. Seuss pinball games. Pretty excited about that. If you're excited about the Dr. Seuss games, let me know in the live chat, guys. What'd you guys think? These are going to be coming out again on June 30th. If you're for everybody, if you're an LPO member, you're going to get them on June 29th. You're going to get them one day early, that kind of stuff. But tell me honestly what you think. What I like about them is that there's just less crap all over the tables. That's what I like about them. Because if there's one thing about Magic Pixel tables and what they've done with the Dr. Seuss stuff so far is they've just overloaded the tables with just so much crap and it's hard to see everything right, that kind of stuff. So I like the less is more look. I like the less is more. We got some great feedback in the live chat. Canada Phil says nice. You're talking about the pinball games? There you go. Goofy Foot, wish they would make some tables that are themed more for an adult. There you go. El Visiman, how about an Elvira themed table? That would be cool. Tiny Tim, looks like a buy. There you go. I think a lot of people pre-ordered these, so I think a lot of people are just going to have to go to their digital locker maybe and just download these. Like you should get your codes, right? Yeah, this is what I'd like to see. It's nice that At Games partnered with what is that called? The Natural History Magazine, museum people, and made some tables, and we got even more natural history tables coming out later this year. That's cool to see. Dr. Seuss, I think a lot of kids love those games. So, I mean, Dr. Seuss was fun. I love the Grinch table. The Grinch table is my favorite out of all the ones they've done so far. Um, I think they should move away from Dr. Seuss now at this point because we'll have what, eight tables or something? They did like 8 Taito tables, or did they do 6? I can't remember. So it's time to like partner and do something really interesting. Get some 80s something in there or get some 90s something in there. There's plenty of untapped licenses that many other virtual pinball companies haven't even touched yet. If you think everything's been touched and locked down and exclusive, well, that's not true. Like, there's plenty of cool crap out there. We've done streams before, like where we've said, if they could make a virtual pinball table, what would you like to see, right? And people were throwing stuff in the live chat, hell, stuff like Gundam and who knows what else, right? Like just anything that other studios don't have on lockdown on those prior streams, there was a lot of cool stuff this community came up with, and I would love to see At Games do that. But keep in mind, are they going to be willing to spend the money? Right? You got to pay money for that stuff to happen, right? So hopefully they'll open their wallets. They've proven that pinball is successful. They've proven that their owners will buy and download these games. I think they have the data to justify it. I'm pretty sure they made a lot of money on the sales of their digital pinball games. And then in my opinion, I mean, you could hate on me all you want. I think At Games won the pinball war. Arcade went up obviously wins the arcade war, but when it comes to pinball, I think if you had to look at all the companies, the At Games Legends Pinball is the best bang for your buck. And the other companies aren't even doing it anymore. Toy Shock's not doing it. Arcade went up. Oh, maybe we'll get back to pinball. But if we do, we're going to take away the DMD and all that stuff. Like they're going to make it even less so, right? Whereas At Games is going to be pushing hard their new 4K pinball line and things like that. So in my opinion, is they won the pinball war, right? I mean, they don't have the best licenses, but they have the ability where you can connect devices and play those games, right? And play those games. So there you go. All right, so that's what's going on with At Games. Make sure you guys keep an eye out on the 30th as well as the 29th by the end of this week and get your other 2 Dr. Seuss tables. Don't forget that At Games National Owners Day will be July 4th weekend. So I don't know exactly what day it starts, but when that comes out, they will whatchamacallit, hopefully we'll get reveals of more stuff. You know what I mean? That'll be their big National Owners Day summer event. Hopefully we can see what the 4K arcade and pinball machine products look like. I got my fingers crossed for some dedicated artwork on these machines. Let me know if you would prefer multicade artwork on them. I think it would be really cool if they put some dedicated artwork on them. Let me know in the live chat what you think. Do you like the multicade artwork? I like multicades and stuff, man, but when it comes to like the pinball machine, like you guys know how like I put my Qbert stuff on the At Games Legends pinball. I think the pinball machine could have dedicated artwork. I'd love them to do that. If they want to just do the same stuff on the new 4K pinball, like that would be okay. But I would love for them and also do what they did with the Legends Pinball Micro, where they gave customers the chance, the option. You could pick, remember, they gave us at least 2 options. They're like, you could pick one or the other. I hope they give us those options as well for these other ones. Yeah, so the summer event Canada, Phil. Yep, they're doing it July 4th weekend. So hopefully July 4th weekend, because if you guys remember back in February, they said during National Owners Day summer is when the pre-orders would go live for the 4K products with an estimated delivery of third, fourth quarter. So that means within the next 10 days or so, we might actually see what these products look like, get all the information, get all the specs. Hopefully, they'll announce some cool stuff with games and put in pre-orders if you're so inclined to do so, to get it to make sure you get your machines later this year. So that's pretty cool in my opinion. All right, hey guys, let me know. Did Michael B schedule a stream? Let me know in the live chat because we only got a few minutes left here. If he does have a show scheduled, yeah. So National Owners Day is typically Labor Day. I don't know if they're going to do a third one, Canada, Phil. But yeah, it's July 4th weekend is the next it's the summer event, the National Owners Day summer. Yeah. Wouldn't it be great? This is what I got my fingers crossed for. Like, wouldn't it be great if Farsight Studios, Magic Pixel, and At Games got together and said, you know what, we're making 4K pinball games Let's redo the Gottlieb tables, or maybe even do tables that they haven't done before. And if Farside Studios, because they for some reason don't want to make pinball games anymore, at least because they own the Gottlieb license, if they just license that crap out to Magic Pixel and to whatchamacallit, AtGames, wouldn't it be cool if they came out and redid those tables? That would be epic. Okay, so Michael is coming on. Okay, cool. Well, like I said, guys, we're gonna try and keep this to 30 minutes or less. Okay, last bit of news. Some of the highlights. So catching up on stuff in the world of iArcade. So unfortunately, iArcade is done, out of business, shutting everything down. There's been a lot of controversy over the last couple of weeks since the announcements were made, while the shutdown was happening, as well as a lot of great information has come out publicly especially the last 3 months. And I know it's kind of hard to see me, but I wasn't intending on using this camera, so the lights are too bright. So my apologies. I was supposed to use this camera, but this camera broke on me. Anyway, so shout out to all the content creators and people who've been doing some digging, finding information out there and putting it out there in the ether for us to chew on. It's really quite surprising and disappointing the things that this company has done, whether it was really bad decisions on their end or bad things that have happened to them. You know what I mean? And it kind of sucks, as you guys know. I like the iArcade. I thought it was a great idea. I thought it was going to be a cheap version of the Polycade. It was going to be a Steamcade, basically. But instead of going after those modern, exciting games that probably would have really pulled in an audience for them, they kept focusing on you know, stuff that we can play elsewhere, right? And stuff that we can play for free elsewhere, right? So unfortunately, it just didn't pan out for them, and it's a shame. However, there's one thing that they got to do is I noticed that at this point the company's done. So if I had a message, and keep in mind I don't talk to Jong, I haven't talked to Michael since the shutdown. I talk to Michael maybe once every few months. I talk to Jong maybe once every 6 months. People think like we have these deep relationships with these people. Jong was in Korea. I haven't heard from the guy in a year, that kind of thing, right? But if I had a message for them, it would be, it's over, you know, calm down. I've noticed that at this point, it's now a community platform, in my opinion. This is a community arcade project for the 3 to 6,000 people that actually own one. At this point, I think it's our arcade, and we should be able to do whatever we want with it without any fear or consequences or things like that. And, Mystery Encoder, Glenn, they're working on some great things that are going to open up the platform. And I understand Jong, because, he's got deals with licensors and stuff. I understand he's got to like do this last minute self defense stuff, but the company's done. My message to Jong and Michael and all them is, guys, it's time to, kind of, ride off into the sunset, go do whatever it is you're going to do with the rest of your lives, and let the community have fun messing around with these machines and coming up with great solutions for those who still own them. It's time for them to stop trying to pick battles with people. I saw like they were going back and forth with like Mystery Encoder. They were accusing him of doing all this illegal stuff, which technically wasn't illegal. If you actually look at the DMCA stuff and the laws and the rules, platform's dead, no longer supported. We can tinker with it as much as we want. And there's no EULA anymore, basically. Um, and then of course those messages then got removed, right? And then they backpedaled and stuff. But at this point, like in my opinion, this is no longer the iArcade. This is the community cade, in my opinion. And hopefully, I'm excited. I'm not going to throw mine out. I'm super excited to see what Glenn, as well as Team Encoder, come up with moving forward. And hopefully, they'll come up with some awesome things that we can play on these arcade machines, whether we can run them off the stock hardware or connect another device to it. And at this point, I'd like the folks over at iArcade to no longer interfere with that. Just let it happen, man. Just let it happen. Let it go. Move on. All that kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. I mean, hopefully that's fair. You know what I mean? I like Jong. He's a nice man. He's always been nice to me. But at this point, just move on. You know what I mean? Move on and let us have fun tinkering with these products. Because that's really the only enjoyment we're going to get out of these products moving forward is the games you already have on the device, which at some point you might eventually get bored of, whether you want to say that or not, whether you refuse to admit it or not. If you have like 70, let's just say 80 games, at some point you're going to get bored of those 80 games. And wouldn't it be great to add more games and keep some more energy and life in that system? I hope that makes sense. Um, Otherwise, you're going to be selling it, throwing it in the dumpster. Who knows, right? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I'm not trying to stir the pot with anybody. I'm just saying, let us turn this into an awesome community project moving forward. Let's all move forward. There's no reason to keep harping on the same stuff, beating the same dead horses, all that kinds of stuff. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, my dudes, hopefully that wasn't too controversial. I'm just speaking from the heart. And do me a favor, guys. This was only going to be a quick broadcast tonight. So hopefully next week we can finally do some more fun stuff with candy cabs and with modding arcade one ups and stuff like that, and all that. And I'll be back more next week with that stuff. Um, there you go. Anyway, do me a favor, head over, say hi to Michael B. Tell him it's a raid from the loft. I didn't set up a redirect because I didn't know he was on. Sorry about my technical difficulties with my camera and all that kinds of stuff. I will see you guys very, very soon. Thanks so much, Meatball Saucy, our only viewer on Twitch, likes my shirt. Thanks so much for coming in and and saying that he likes it. Look at that. He's our only viewer on Twitch right now. Thanks so much, Meatball Saucy. But anyway, guys, so have fun, play your games, all that kinds of stuff, and I will see you guys on the next Multicade Mondays. We'll have a full show next time, full hour-long show. You guys have a fantastic mic. Tell Michael I said hi, and congratulations on his Tron arcade cabinet. You guys have a great night. Talk to you real soon.